our leader. So I heard you clearly, and I want to ask. You told us there will be credit committee, that is the loan committee. But you have not told us about the audit. I think there should also be audit committee. And again, instead of treat and save it, I want to suggest that it will be multi-purpose. It should be multi-purpose society. So these are just the two things I want to solicit for. Thank you.
Hey.
Are you clear with the question?
It's clear.
Thank you very much.
Your name?
In your analysis, you said something about those that will constitute the board. But from your presentation, you find out that these things are two different entities, which is definitely under entity concept. Now, to me, I like to disagree that the executive member should also constitute part of the officials of the chief. No, it is not supposed to be done that way. So there are two entities, the 74, the 79, 84 set is an entity. The cooperative itself is also an entity. That's number one. Then number two question is this. When you talk of shares, in this kind of thing, we do not go straight to it. Your entry point must be different from your exit point. I can buy a share for 50 naira or 50 kobo per share, and you expect to still exit and that's 50 kobo. What is the net present value of such money? So I detest to that. Then the third question is that if you are talking about buying shares or whatever, the investment committee, the people that are vibrant, that should look into other places, possibly not shares, it will be some other financial instruments like NTB, bonds, or getting us money involved in the series of bonds. Thank you.
Okay.
I also want to commend the people that have put this together. The thought process is excellent, and I must commend everyone. My question is a follow-up to my chairman's question regarding investments. It's good for a cooperative to invest, but we all know that investment is either of two ways. It's either you gain or you lose. When there's a gain, everybody is happy, nobody is complaining. But when there's a loss, definitely people don't want to lose money. Are we giving thought to how we can mitigate losses in our investments? That's number one. Number two is apologies to my chairman.
Say that again. First question. We didn't get your first question.
Okay, the first question is that everybody's happy with investment gain, but the reality is that there could be losses. So I'm just encouraging us, I don't know if we have put a thought to that, how we can mitigate investment losses so that people don't lose their investments in the cooperative. Secondly, apologies to my chairman here. I don't know how he will take it and other people will take it. But I think that we should be able to find a common ground to make it one that comprises all. Lagos is doing something very commendable, and I know that they have put a lot of thought into that, a lot of time has been invested, resources invested to that, and they have come up with something very good and commendable. But because we are still the same association, I'm looking at this situation where people will be thinking, do I go with Lagos State, Lagos Zone initiative or the national initiative? So I'm just thinking that if there's a way we can collaborate and come up with one business, one opportunity for the whole house across the country. Thank you.
So I want to talk on almost something that he has said. Ilori Zoo has started a similar thing for, if I'm not mistaken, about 3 years now. I want to believe it's not during my tenure as the zonal chair, but we have started similar thing. Till date, we still running it. So that if maybe ours is not registered, and I believe Lagos too is not registered, but to make it formal, if we can harvest the whole zones together, then drop whatever thing that we are having, at least we all have names in our various zones. Whatever contribution I have made in my zone, it could be transferred over, and then the national cooperative will take it up, and all our maybe treats and savings will be under one roof. It's just my question.
Good morning. Now, sir, you said everything that is established one. Two, they are going to be solar solar. This solar solar we are talking about. Yeah, I want to know whether is there going to be rules and regulations guiding member. And two, there should be politics in terms of drawing member. People that want to work by that, and there has to be a way to draw people to register in their soul. Is there any way to put for you to register outside your soul? These are the questions. You understand? Is there any room for any zonal soul to outside the soul to register elsewhere? Then I don't have any rules and regulations guiding the solar zone against barrier. Barrier means your properties. You understand? And solar zone, that can be local body. So is there any room for us to moderate that solar zone so that we will encourage members coming to their solar zone instead of going to the
All right.
Are you getting my
All right. Be for shy.
Good morning. My question is safeguarding of investments. How are we safeguarding? Like, I've been in other cooperative society, and the only way I safeguard my money is I will borrow much more than they owe me. So I'm always owing them more than the money I put in the cooperative. So in case money goes away, I have to deal around that time. Is there any safeguarding money invested in the cooperative? And the second thing is, I don't know, maybe I was lost before. Is there going to be like yearly AGMs where we share profits? We have money, I don't know what they call it, is it shareholding profit?
Dividend.
Okay, I think so far we have about 6 questions. So let me take this, come back on the next batch.
Thank you very much. I'll start with the first question, which is from the Lagos chair, right? The kind of business to invest into. That is your question. It is difficult to determine at present the type of investment that we're doing in. like I said earlier, that are going to the technical committees. And then number two is the fact that we are looking at only one aspect of this. Basically, cooperatives is for members. Maybe the first thing about cooperatives is to give loans to members. It's when you have excess of ground, you start thinking of what do we do with this money. Then you might have money hiding in your kitty and you won't think of investing that money. So we talk about investment when members' demand have been met and then we still have excess money in the account. Then of course we have to engage technical committees to look at, okay, we have like 50 million in our account and this money cannot be there. Let us look for what do we invest this money into. And it doesn't even mean that when what we are investing into the advice will come from the technical committee, and we are going to also have advisory council or committee that will also, and we are blessed with people from different fields. We are blessed. Like, for example, I know some of us that are very vast in financial control and knowledge. We have people in many professions, we have people in diverse professions that can advise. It's not that the cooperative committee will just take the money and say, okay, every money that comes in, go and invest. No. If somebody needs loan, the member needs loan, maybe he needs 100 million loan, and we are having 50 million naira in our hand. Are we going to invest 50 million naira instead of giving the person? We won't do that. The choice of investment is becoming only when we have excess capital. That is the idea. And then this cannot be done in a jiffy. It's going to be done with financial security in mind. I think so the type of investment we are talking of, it's not that immediately now we are going to start investments. When the cooperative starts, we're going to meet the demands of cooperative members first. That is our priority. That is our priority. I think I'm able to answer that question. Thank you. The second question is from Abalola David. Yes, thank you very much for calling our attention to that. Actually, the name is to be multi-purpose. Yes, thank you very much. That will be corrected. I appreciate it. I think I answered the question. Is that right? Yes, of course. There is audit committee, internal and external. Thank you. Then number 3, the executive member should not be member of the cooperative society. The ESCO will look into this demand. And I believe he wants to say something. Pardon?
My understanding is that the cooperative society will have its own executive members.
Exactly.
That's my understanding.
Exactly.
So that's my understanding, sir.
Yes.
But my understanding is that the cooperative, just like I said, is a different entity.
Exactly.
So they will have their own executive. That is it.
Mm-hmm.
That is it. But you see, the welfare secretary, by the bylaw, he is going to be the chairman of that executive committee of the cooperative society. After the formation of the membership, the members will now elect other officials into that offices, depending on the number of offices that should be created.
Olorufemi, are you okay with that? Okay. You don't have another light.
But that one is not. Let me see how
Let's hear him out, please.